Gildan Media presents Your Coach in a Box, affordable life-changing audio programs.
Networking for People Who Hate Networking. A field guide for introverts, the overwhelmed, and the underconnected. Devora Zack. Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakens. Carl Jung. For my guys. You don't expect more personal detail than that from an introvert, do you? Introduction. This book is required reading. Only connect. E. M. Forster, Howard's End. Learning Latin and Greek. On my first day of grad school at Cornell University, I attended microeconomics. The professor, in an attempt to calm our first-year jitters, explained in soothing tones that he would be showing a lot of graphs, yet there was no need to panic. He said, "Just think of graphs as flowcharts, and you'll be fine." As an arts professional with no background whatsoever in economics, I suddenly felt dizzy as my vision blurred. I had never heard of a flowchart. I was doomed. I later described the experience of those first few weeks in business school as like trying to learn Latin in Greek, except I didn't know Greek either. No matter how earnestly I took notes, a few hours later I had no idea what they meant. A comparable pitfall exists when a self-declared non-networker tries very hard to follow networking rules written for a different species altogether. There is no point of reference. No mental bucket exists in which to dump the data. The data is fine. It is just in a foreign language. This networking book, on the other hand, is written in language spoken and understood by introverts, the overwhelmed, and the underconnected. What luck! You finally have a chance at a passing grade. By the way, I now return to Cornell annually, teaching MBA students networking skills. I have yet to be asked back to lecture on economics, however. Networking for People Who Hate Networking. Why would such a book exist? Isn't it a bit like giving quiche recipes to people allergic to eggs and cheese? Or surrounding oneself with fragrant flowers despite suffering from severe hay fever? If you have an aversion to something that is not absolutely necessary, why not find something else to occupy your life? Why torture yourself? These are solid questions. Thanks for asking. Allow me to begin by saying I agree with you.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?